So, the energy of the solstice period, the new moon that we have today, and the upcoming days is very much around the void. And what does the void actually mean? It means to turn inward into a space within which is completely empty. It's the space of our heart where we can actually hear the sound of silence. The sound of the heart, the sound of the heart chakra is called the unstruck sound, the primordial sound. We only hear it when we turn very deeply within us. So the energy that right now we are under is calling us to turn inward. It is calling us to replenish ourselves and to find an inner sanctuary within us where we can meet our soul. So, right now is not the time to put in a lot of effort and to try to make things happen or to go against the flow of life. That is not something which is being rewarded right now or supported right now. What happens is that when the solstice arrives, especially if we look at it from the perspective of the northern hemisphere, where we have the winter solstice, and it brings in winter, it brings in, a certain distance from the sun and all of that. This is a time of the feminine energies dominance, which means that it is a time of receptivity, of receiving grace. It's a time to turn inward. It is a time to leave all our activity behind. And this is exactly what these energies are asking us to do. So you may feel that outer activity, trying to achieve something, trying to change something, is becoming very difficult. And rightly so. If we start following the flow of life, we will naturally feel that it is the time to slow down and to let the higher energies do what they are doing with us. It's the time when you go back to the stage of becoming a seed. And even if nothing on the outside happens, or you don't feel like doing anything, there still is an inner knowing that everything is still happening, even though nothing seems to be happening, right? So, this is that energy of the void right now that we are in. It's been spoken of in so many cultures. It's the energy where it's a time of rest. It's a time of also churning what you already have. Say, for instance, the experiences you've had this entire year was extremely energetically very intense, very tumultuous. So, if there are experiences that you are mulling over, this is a time to do that. What did I learn this year? And never do this with any effort, but naturally, if such a feeling arises, then you let that happen. You let that intensity of this year, as it's now slowing down and turning into the new chapter of the next year. What do? You just stay and you just let things happen. You mull over whatever this year has been for you. For many, this is a time of being in between worlds, as I had spoken of for the 12-12 portal as well. It's when many patterns and many cycles, decade long cycles of behavioral patterns have ended, especially in the twin flame journey as well. Like maybe a certain way of relating to your twin flame may have given way to now relating to your counterpart in a different way, even if you are in separation. It can be maybe a softening of the expectations. It can be a softening of the chasing energy. It can be, a built up of a knowing energy within you, that I just know that this is a path that I'm on that is going to deliver me, right? It can be an end of karmic cycles in your own life. For instance, maybe with family, with parents, with people around you, where you were in certain repetitive patterns, where you were perhaps maybe people pleasing, or you were afraid to say no, or you were just not able to be your authentic self. And maybe this is what you have closed off after a very long period of life for you. Maybe these are changes in your health. Now you've understood the types of changes you want to bring to your health, the types of dietary preferences that you wish to introduce. And naturally, it could have happened because everything on this journey happens very naturally for us. So you may have closed certain cycles from your past, and this is the time when the new cycles are not yet completely anchored. The new has not become the norm yet. So, this in between time, it very much is the time of the void. The void allows us to fully feel the death of the old and to be in this space where the new hasn't arrived, but we are okay with not being either in the know of the new or in the fold of the old. That rhymed without me trying. Oh my god. Even that felt like it rhymed. Okay. So, this is a wonderful time to sort of be in this space and to just allow the space of not knowing, the space of I don't know what my next step is. And the next steps, remember, is always going to be, how the next steps are revealed. It's always going to be one step at a time. It's never going to be that I know the whole picture completely right now. That never happens. When you are releasing the matrix from your system as you are awakening in the divine feminine energies, one way of the feminine is to go with the flow of life. So she never knows the whole picture of the future. She just knows the next step and the next step and the next step. This allows us to be more in the present moment. This allows us to appreciate the now moment that we very often miss because we are so fixating on the future. We are always thinking about the next many days or the next many months, the 1 year plan, the 5 year plan, the 10-year plan. This is the way. If you feel more anchored in the present and if you feel more okay with one day at a time, it means literally, it means that the matrix is not controlling you anymore. The control of the matrix, which is very strong through our minds, the control of the ego is lessening more and more, and you're naturally coming closer to union, which is always beyond the reach and the grasp of the ego. So, this is the time that we are in right now. It's a beautiful energy of turning inward, of receptivity, of going along with what Mother Earth is going along with, especially in the Northern Hemisphere where most of you will be. And this means that it's a time to allow the inner winter, and listen to the sound of silence and allow the void. The void is when a lot of our ego can be shed. The void is when we mull over our past experiences and the lessons and the teachings. The void is when we undergo a kind of a transformation. It's the energy of being a seed or the energy of being in a cocoon and being very comfortable with being in a cocoon. Not looking to break out of the cocoon, not looking to, come out or anything. It's just an energy of singing into it. It's an energy of I'm okay with where life has placed me. It does not have to be constant activity over and over and over, but it just has to, it's now time to celebrate my beingness, my emptiness. That is the energy of the feminine. So it activates your feminine energy. Now the energies turn this way that they allow the feminine, the inner feminine, to truly become active, to truly, lead the journey now within you. And this is the way to union. So I hope that this has been helpful and you are feeling into this void and you are able to go into this state of non-doing within you and allowing life to do whatever it is doing, right? Trusting life. It's definitely going to lead to a certain state of surrender. So, what is new on Patreon is that this month I posted 2 and I'll be posting some more content as well. I posted on the neuropsychology of the brain, how there are these 2 voices in the mind and how to distinguish between the 2, what to make of both of these voices from a neuropsychological perspective. If you're interested, do check that out. It will give you a lot of clarity on the journey. And I've posted something deep about how the goddess clears our trauma. So if you've had a very intense time these last few months where a lot of inner, regurgitation of the past wounds, flashbacks, memories has happened to you, then this is something you want to listen to, about how the feminine is clearing it off, how to move forward on the journey with your own inner guidance. That is also something that this one includes. It's posted at the tier 2 level. You can individually access it as well. And I'll be posting more this month as well. And you can also work one on one with me. We go very deep in these sessions if you feel called to. I guide you intuitively, and we work to release any major blocks or challenges that you're currently having in your life, any repetitions of cycles or whatever else that you're experiencing. So we go very deep in these sessions. If you feel guided to, then click on the first link in the description and see the types of sessions that I offer, and then email me to book a session. I'm sending you a lot of love, and I'm wishing you a very wonderful celebration of the solstice, a wonderful, holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, and all of that. And I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.